Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, we're off for more of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix in the last episode. We went to search for the keyhole because there was literally no actual place for us to go searching, but because the dolphins came out, we were able to expand our search. Found a crystal Trident, but then King Triton up here pretty much got mad. But because he got annoyed with Ariel, Ariel got tricked by Ursula, and now she has the Trident, so we need to go find her. And luckily, if we talk to King Triton before we leave, he actually tells us where we need to go. Ursula seems... that's not the word voice. Ursula seems to have come from the direction of the sunken ship. I've heard there's some contraption on the wall behind the shipwreck. And now, because we have Ariel with us once again, and we actually know what we need to do in order to hit that, because if you remember last time we couldn't, if we couldn't reach it before, well, there's definitely someone following us now that will be able to help out, and that's Sebastian. And hello, you're new in Final Mix. These guys are red, but they look pretty much the same colour as the screw divers that were holding them up. Kill them quick. They drop a lot of money. I kind of forget what name they are. I think they are some type of blowfish. But they don't really do anything special, so don't feel obligated. That worked out really nicely. Grab the big money, because that's what we need. I mean, considering the latest levels that we've been doing so far, we haven't been able to pick up a lot of money recently. I mean, both Monstro and Halloween Town pretty much focused on MP drops more than anything else. At least we're getting magic this time. Right, so let's go have a little look at what that Heartless is, and we've got more characters in number 2, by the way. So let's go have a look at Aqua Tank. That's what it's called. For some reason, it was slipping my mind. They are often carrying screwdrivers. Actually, it's the other way around. Leisurely large creatures that do not attack unless provoked. Yeah, Heartless that don't attack unless provoked. Problem is, the screwdivers are going to attack, so you're probably going to use, you know, multi-hitting magic like Blizzara or Thunderer at this point, and you're going to hit them all, and that's going to hit him. And he's a Heartless, so you're going to have to knock him out at some point. But yeah, it calmly swims about the seas. Not that many aquatic enemies, but you know, they give you a lot of good drops, so it's worth. We got Ursula now, she also appeared in Little Mermaid, so we actually have information. Flotsam and Jetsam, I've already talked about them in the last episode, like their eyes and stuff. Chronicles, I think it's just Atlantica, yep, that's just it. And Antimus Report, we still got number 7, which I'm not checking yet, I'd rather read them in order. I've already read number 1, so that's fine. What was the camera doing there? It snapped up like 90 degrees, and then it went back 45 degrees. I know that this game wasn't built with 3D with a 360 full range camera in mind. You can only swivel it around Sora with the L2 and R2s on the PS2, but because you wouldn't be able to like do that. But that's not that much of a difference of range of movement. So I don't know why the camera's acting so weird recently. Anyway, I know I don't need to kill these enemies because there's not really anything that I need to interact with, but I gotta kill something along the way. I mean, they give 10 experience a pop, so it's something, I guess. And we can't fight shadows, so it's always going to be some form of enemies. And actually, can I just do this? There we go. Didn't send him all the way down, but it was enough to knock him out. 2 big orbs there, which is like 20 money each. I'm just going to blizzard you because you're too far away for me to reach. And I'm not having it. And as usual, we need to make sure that we take out all the enemies in order to hitch a ride with the dolphin, but we need to get back to the main area where we had to do that before. So, just going to ignore the enemies for now. Oh yeah, that's something I forgot to mention when we started off this level. Finally, the bloody pink Agaricus. Agaricus, that's how you pronounce it. The pink Agaricus isn't going to spawn this time because the blue, the frozen white mushrooms that only want stop are not here for a change, so we actually get a bit of combat in here. And I don't know why you did that, Donald. That wasn't really that big of an issue. Actually, was there anything here? No. Okay, fair enough. What are you having trouble with? A screwdriver. Well, she hasn't got a weapon, so it's understandable. That's why she relies on magic, and that's why she's got a lot of magic starting off. But yeah, what I was trying to say was, I didn't actually mention that you can't actually not use summons. You can't use summons in this world either, because you need to be on the ground in order to summon. And because we're always technically in the air, which is our new ground, which is why we use our ground combos, we can't summon. Plus, I don't think a lion is going to be able to survive underwater, do you? We had to transform in order to survive. Right, so I saw him. I saw it. I saw it. Where's the dolphin? I saw him. I'm pretty sure I saw the dolphin for like a split second. There he is. Come back here, you. we shouldn't get any encounters in this particular spot. Return, guys, please, quickly. Because then I can hop on if we're far away from enemies. Come on. Please. Why can't I get on? Why can I not get on? I'm mashing triangle. Get on! What the hell? Get on! Jesus! I was getting worried for a moment there because I'll have to get into another battle and I will have to take him out. But God, that was awkward. I don't normally have that much trouble. Okay, we have to do a full lap in order to get in there. We were pretty much just there. Don't normally get that loud, but I didn't want to get into another fight and then prolong the inevitable. But that shouldn't have been that janky. Don't normally have that issue. But yeah, it's pretty much going to be boss fights from here on out. Yep, there's the shark again. I guess we'll have to deal with you first, because otherwise you're going to get in our way. I mean, actually he wasn't engaging us until we got close enough, so that's interesting. Ouch. You know, for a shark, you didn't do a lot of damage. It's supposed to, like, snap me in two. In fact, you probably eat the Keyblade in two. That's how powerful your jaws are. I mean, they have, like, on their underbite, they have, like, 3 layers of teeth. It's crazy, to be honest with you. Why are you not knocked out? There we go. Strength up for Sora. Very nice. But I swear he was doing, like, the stealth sneak nonsense where he had, like, no health left and yet he just wouldn't fall. Alright, so, Undersea Gorge. I think that's a different way out. Yeah, because we came up from this way. I don't think we actually went back this way. So, let me go down here. Because what we should have done was come out this way. Because if you whack this, then you'll pop out under here. And that will basically allow you to have a quick, basically a shortcut back to Ariel's grotto. But the thing was that I completely forgot about this exit being the fast way to get back. So I didn't do that. And I apologise. But it don't take that long to get back if you ignore battles anyway. So we might do that to head our way back. Well, actually, we don't need to. You know what? I might as well show it off anyway. I might as well open it up. Because I think we get an item for doing it regardless. But I don't think you can come back through this way. I did try hitting it. It didn't count. It's not pushing it through. So we gotta take it. There we are. And yeah, because the water continues to spout, you can't actually go back down that way. But, oh, no, it does stop. Oh, we can take it that way. I didn't think we could take it both ways. I thought it was a one-way only thing. But we can open this chest like a normal chest. And we do get an item for it, an orichalcum. And the chest disappears. I don't know if that counts toward the chest trophy, but we've already got it. So, if you've been following through. But yeah, I didn't actually realise this was a two-way area. I thought it was only one way because of the water spout. But no, it is two-way. So that's really helpful. And that chest is gone once you open it. So that's very nice. I'm glad I actually went back that way. Got a little orichalcum. Need some help? I'll show you how it's done. Yeah, move those little legs. Somehow you get enough lift to push a rock into another rock. And that was enough. Onwards to the Den of Tides. Oh, this looks ominous. And is actually quite fitting to the movie. If you remember the hallway that Ariel had to go to in order to reach Ursula in the movie, it's quite accurate, to be honest. Even though it doesn't follow the events of the movie properly, because, I mean, we haven't even seen Prince Eric. But you get what I mean, right? So if we go this way, oh, that's Cavern Nook. This is where I want to go. Make sure you come this way first, because if you whack this one, there's a hidden Type A save point. This should be your checkpoint. I am going to do this because I know for a fact that the next couple of bosses can be pains. As I've said before, you can't use summons, you can't use special attacks, you can't use combo modifiers. You're just limited to your ground combos and your magic. And that's it, your standard magic. Let's grab that. Grab it. Thank you. Got a Mega Ether right next to a save point. Very helpful. Now, as I've said before, when we get to near to Ursula's lair, we want to make sure that we're actually decked out with magical items. Sword staffs and knives, all kinds of magical shit. Let's go. Tidal Abyss. Yep. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a hollow carving that looks gross, or if it is actually inside a dead sea serpent kind of thing. Oh yeah, and look at these things on the floor here. They're not very pretty, are they? But, yeah, they're there, I guess. Right, so that's where we need to go. I need to check my equipment here. No, not equipment, items, excuse me. I think I want to substitute one potion for an ether just in case. Because I think I'm going to be needing more magic than potions. I mean, we can heal, of course, but that means we'll be relying on magic anyway. Oh, and I need to go to customize. I need to make sure I have fire and blizzard, or any of the upgraded versions, on our shortcuts, because these are the two spells we're going to need.
Your time has come.
Sebastian's getting into it. I don't understand why they did that. All she did was just get mad at them, and Donald and Sebastian freak out. And I cannot tell you how many times in my childhood I've had to see that one particular cutscene. Okay, so what we want to do is not target Ursula. What we want to do is target the cauldron. When it's glowing, I think we need to use fire. And that will cause explosions everywhere, which will hit pretty much everybody, including you, so be careful. And when it's bubbling like this, okay, that's not the right one. When it's the wrong one, it will... Sorry about that cut. Things happened. I was in mid-sentence. What I was about to say was, if it's the wrong spell, it will bounce off with a fireball. When it's the right spell, it will start boiling. So basically, you got to put ice on it, then you got to put fire on it, then you got to put more ice on it. No, it's not going right. Well, right now. Oh, there we go. That's enough magic being poured into it. And that stuns Ursula, and that's the time to whack her. So, keep using spells on the pot until it starts bouncing fire out. Once it keeps fire out, keep alternating on fire and blizzard until it actually works. I don't actually understand how it works, to be perfectly honest. Ariel did a number on her right there. That was helpful. And yeah, Flotsam and Jetsam will keep reviving because of Ursula, but that's the way to build up your charge if you haven't got any ethers equipped. Right, so let's try blizzard again. That's not the right spell, so let's start boiling it first. That is not the right spell. Okay, so she's added a fire potion, so I think we've got to use fire on it. Yep, and that's correct. Let's use another fire on it. No, it's bouncing out. I think she needs to use another potion on it first. Okay, she's put another potion in it, so I've got to find out what the right one is. There we are. So basically, oh! Ariel finished it off for me! Wow, that was timing. And I don't know how they died. That was unexpected.
You'll pay for this.
Let's go. We must get the Trident back. Learning a shared ability mermaid kick. I guess we looted her potion cupboard. So yes, we hold circle when we can swim quite fast. Outside of Atlantica, we'll basically be diving when we do our swim boost. I don't know why that's a thing when it comes to being outside of mermaid form, but there you go. So we'll be having that on anyway, because that actually allows us to slope on to slopes in water, allowing us to get on land just a little bit quicker, like the hippos in Deep Jungle. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm not entirely too sure how this works exactly, but as long as you keep alternating between fire and blizzard when she chucks a potion in, you'll eventually get it. And, yeah, Ariel actually landed the finishing hit. She did like another corkscrew and just wiped her health clean off. I'm just like, wow, that don't normally happen. So I didn't even get I didn't even do half of that battle effectively. But yeah, she escaped through here, and even though it clearly looks hollow, for some reason we can't go in. It's all clogged up. Let's look for another way. Why can't we just whack our way through? I don't know. But before we leave, we've got stuff to do here. And we want to whack this open. Closed type magic probably won't work. Well, I'm trying to whack it, but it ain't working. So, wait, what? Whacking it's not working either. Okay, I'm a little confused on why it's not working. Oh wait, no, I think I remember. This is a little awkward. I think we have to leave and then go back in. I think. Ursula's lair. Whoa, camera did a 180. Not pleasant. Yeah, there it is. For some reason, you have to leave and come back in order for the sea urchin to spawn so you can blow it open. You can't use magic, but it doesn't say you have to hit it. You have to target this, do fire yet again, wait for it to explode, and that will blow it open. Why it doesn't spawn in when you reload in the room after the cutscene, I have no clue why. But there we gizzle, and it dropped something. So if we come down here, we got a chest. A mithril. So yeah, not anything too big, but it's there. And if I double tap circle, or if we're underwater, if we double tap square, we'll be basically doing this massive swim. Super fast swimming, basically. You can't move up or down, but you basically, it's just basically a fast swim. It's your dash. And as I've said outside of Atlantica, you basically just do a little bit of a dive when you dash in water. So, there you go. But, because we move faster than the average mermaid by doing this, it actually allows us to fight against the currents, and that's where we got to go. But I'm heading back here because I want to make, yet again, another save checkpoint. Because even though that boss can give you trouble if you get really unlucky with the explosions that come out of the pot and you do just take a massive chunk of damage and die, this is the true battle which I find is one of the hardest at this stage in the game. Even with Cure, and you'll see why. So I'm going to save over the one we just made because I don't really need that one. The one below is my... well, it was the one that I loaded for this episode. But now that's done, what I want to do is not go into the wall. There we go. Yeah, your turning is a lot more hindered when you're dashing as well. We can just dodge all these guys. We don't need to fight them. There's no chests around here. Or clams to whack. So that's perfectly fine. Alright, so we're back here again. And what we want to do is just go straight past all of this. Head up here. Go in here. And I'm trying not to fight so I have as much stats as possible. And we can actually swim against this now. And what we want to do is go into this alcove, because if you remember, the dolphin drops us off at that alcove, and this alcove's just a little bit further, and if we try to swim into it without the mermaid kick, we'd get pushed along with the current. With mermaid kick, we can fight past it. So, I mean, I don't know why they couldn't have just put, like, you know, another dolphin in the area where the shark appears, but maybe that's why, so... they had to give you an ability instead, but at the same time you get the ability in Ursula's lair, and she has potions, so that might be the reason. And yes, it does, have, like I said, have practical uses outside of this world, but not that many. In fact, you really only need it for this one battle, and that's it.
Pathetic fools! I rule the seas now.
Screw this battle. And apparently, this battle also has a tendency to freeze your PS3 after you win?
The sea and all its spoils bow to my power!
But I never seem to get that. Here we go. She's huge! And her face is a weak spot. Just dash right in and start whacking her. There's not really much strategy because you can't do much else. If she starts those bloody bubbles or those energy beams, then you want to start dashing away. And when she's sucking up, well, just like you would do with Andros, keep swimming away at top speed. I'm holding circle right now after a double tap. There we go. You can't swim too far away. And there is basically the things that she says is mostly a cue to what she's going to be doing. So when she says, "Are you very tasty?" that was right after a bite. Oh, she's doing an energy beam. Good lord. And when she says something like, "This won't be pretty," she does one of the worst attacks ever, and that's if you're close range. And when she says, "Get ready for this," she's going to do these homing bubbles. Alright, so I'm just keeping my distance for now. Right, come on guys, let's get her. Oh, that was a bad time. But you know what? Her bites aren't so bad. No. Oh, I couldn't dash away in time. She went straight for another bite, which sucks. We're doing a lot of damage on her right now, but I need to go back off and heal. You can't heal when you're dashing, so that's a problem. I'm just waiting for her to say the one thing so I can actually show off the attack I'm talking about, because that's what makes this battle really hard. After a big laser, she'll be winded for a moment, which is your chance to give her a couple of whacks. Come on. Alright. No, she's doing the homing bubbles again. When's she going to do the attack that I wanted to do? Oh. Oh, here we go. Yep. That means she's in phase 2, which means she's going to be using it. Yeah, that's it. Every time she says this won't be pretty. Oh, she's doing it again immediately. She loves spamming the attack. So you can't really get close to her. I didn't even get a whack on her. Get out of there. Thank you. It has quite a reach. I think she's gonna... Oh, she's doing the ship the whoop again. Hyper beam, I guess. It's more reminiscent of hyper beam than anything else. But she's winded, so I can swoop in for some damage. Oh, get out of there! No, I couldn't move. Thank you. I'm gonna heal as well. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna back off for a moment here. Just spam a couple of fires. This is not going well. Yeah, she just keeps spamming it, and I'm getting hit by the rogue ones as well, so it's just combo knocking me. Yeah, she's going for the bite, but I was already here, so... Oh, she's doing it again! I couldn't move! I got hit by one of the stray ones! Ugh. Well, yeah, I do say this went a lot easier than expected, but... Maybe it's because I've got better at the game over the time, I just know her techniques, so... Let's just whack her in the face, finish her off! HP up for Sora, AP for Donald. Was able to read them all for once. I could have done that a lot faster. It's just I was waiting for her to do all of her attacks because I was going to be either a bit too quick or I could take a bit too much damage. Because of the stray ones as well as the ones that she makes when she says this won't be pretty, that's like the time that you can really get locked in and you can't get out. And if she goes for a bite at the same time, you're pretty much screwed. But she didn't like do it in a way that I would have actually got screwed, so... But yes, we have beaten a boss of a level. That means we get an item, a little equipment. Or do we? Nope, no equipment for us. Not this time. Daddy, I'm so sorry. Please don't be angry with her. It's Molly's fault. You followed Ursula because I wouldn't let you follow your heart. And when you found that crystal, I lost my temper and destroyed it. Oh yeah, the crystal. Why did you destroy it? That crystal had the power to reveal the keyhole. The keyhole is dangerous. I had to keep you away from it at all cost. Daddy? Well, it doesn't matter if the keyhole is revealed or not. If the Heartless know its location, they can just burrow into it. Even if it's not revealed. It's not exactly sealed by any means. Unless, in this particular case, the Crystal Trident actually serves that purpose. Like a makeshift key. A makeshift lock or something. But that means the keyhole itself is still not locked. So if they get through that, you're screwed. And not only that, why is the keyhole doing in Ariel's grotto? That pretty much makes her hiding place like a prime target for Heartless if they know the location. Still, I guess it's not as obvious as, you know, having it in the palace, but you know. Keybearer, I have one more request. Seal the keyhole. My Trident also holds the power to reveal the keyhole. Will you do it? Of course, that's what we had in mind from the start. Where is the keyhole, Daddy? You should know better than anyone. It's in your grotto. Really? No, really? Sora, let's go. And we get an upgrade to our Thunder Spell, finally. I want to equip that now. And we got Instance Report 3. We haven't got number 2 yet, so I'm not reading it yet. Finally, we got a new upgrade to our spell. That means it's now actually usable again. So I'm going to pop that there for now. And I'm going to pop on... I don't know, actually. Blizzara is spread damage from the front, but Thunder damage pretty much... But is that Thunder is spread damage from above, so it hits everything in the sector instead of in front of me. So I might actually do that and have Gravity for the quarter damaging effect. That'd probably be good. So yeah, we're not exactly done right now. We still got to actually get to the keyhole. Normally, it's... revealed after we battle the boss, but in terms of Deep Jungle, we've still got to go explore. But the Heartless are gone for now, so we can just have a straight swim there. And with Mermaid Kick, it's going to be super fast. Right. Head over this way. Down we go. I was still holding square, so I just went down a bit, but still dashed. That's a problem. Let's head in. And seal the keyhole. Hello, Flounder. How you doing? I couldn't even talk to him. I was about to. Never mind. I wonder if we'll ever get to see, like, a very later on movie where Ariel actually uses the Trident, because this is the only time she actually uses it. And it doesn't even happen in the movies. So, that's kind of interesting, actually. So yeah, the Trident becomes a makeshift crystal Trident. And I don't know why the keyhole decides to reveal itself now when it was in there before and it didn't appear, but it's on a crystal slab. Makes sense, I guess. It's supposed to be magical and whatnot. So let's just seal this thing. And we're done! The water level is complete, and it's the only water level as well. So, the only times we'll have to come back is for that white trinity.
Tell me, Sora, your world, what's it like?
Oh, about that. Sorry for lying to you.
It's okay. Besides, if you can travel to other worlds, maybe I can too. So many places I want to see. I know I'll get there someday. I'll find a way, somehow. I'm sure of it.
Well, if you find it, do me a favor and leave me out of it.
Well, you would get your wish if it wasn't the movie, but... You wouldn't get your wish if it was the movie, but considering that Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming up, yeah, you do actually get to see other worlds. Ish. I think Ariel was confirmed to be a summon. I mean, we saw her in action, technically. So, that's not really spoilers. Because unless people haven't been checking out the trailers, of course I'm going to be checking out the trailers. It's the mythical Kingdom Hearts 3, after all. It's basically like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but that's been going downhill. This is for my collection. I want you to have it. And we got a Crab Claw keychain. Hello. I hope you didn't just stick Sebastian at the end of the keychain. I don't think you would appreciate it. Yeah, you wouldn't be that heartless, would you? But yeah, heartless, get it? Funny. I made a joke and it wasn't even intentional. But there's no save point here. Why is there no save point in Ariel's Grotto? It makes no sense. We actually have to go out of our way in order to get out of here. And I guess I'm just going to go back to Trident's Palace for now. But we've got some stuff to check in our equipment right before we're done. Because we didn't get an item drop by any means. But yeah, which is kind of ironic actually. Because most of the time when we complete a world by defeating a boss, we get an equipment item. Like some accessory or something. But this time we didn't get that. So, excuse me? I whacked that and my keyblade just bounced off. What the hell? But yeah, let's go back to our menu here, because we've got a few things to check out. First of all, a new Keyblade. Crab Claw is a strength of 6, and it doesn't, you know, give critical hits as much often as Pumpkinhead, which is definitely our strongest Keyblade because of both those factors. And it's normal reach, so we lose a little bit of that, but we do gain an MP instead, which could be useful. I'm tempted to equip that, but I want to stick with Pumpkinhead for now, because if we bump into any black fungus, that could be really nice. And as words, we didn't get any abilities. We got that thunder. I think Ursula has changed in the journal. Well, Ariel has as well because we completed the world, so it's changed that. But other than that, I think we are done. Wait, Chronicles. Yeah, we're done, because that's just updated the story, because we've actually completed the main story here now. But yes, so in the next episode, guys, we are going to leave this world, and... Wait, do we have a torn page? I think we're going back to, yeah, we do have a torn page, so we're going to be going back to 100 Acre Wood yet again, and maybe buy another item with our money, and hopefully basically do the shindig that we did before we came here. We're going to be going to 100 Acre Wood, see if we can get those white mushrooms to show up, so we can give them some spells, get some synthesis materials, see what else we can synthesize, and do some shopping. With that, I'll see you guys next time.
You pathetic fools! I rule the seas now. The sea and all its spoils